In the morning, green light flashes at the end of the dummy grid, and the drivers make their way out onto the circuit. At the back of the field, Jack Freeman looks to have a bit of a problem in the 73. Father Simon, who's mechanicking him this weekend, going up there to help out. Right, okay, let's have a look at the starting order for race 1 out of 24 today. Micromax, Heat 1, Kenzo Craigie on pole position. Alongside will be Ivan Charnega, Noah Janssen and Jente Moonen, row 2. Albert Friend and Lucas Sell, row 3. Boaz Maximov and Jensen Chalk, row 4. Rory Armstrong and Uros Bogdanic rounds out the top 10. And it's Finland's Oita Vetenrata. Christian Stefanov, I'm waiting to see if that number 37 will cross the start-finish line. It might be starting from the pre-grid. Majas Mazinas, Branislav Renka, Vita Koza, Vanessa Sirkunaiti, Felipe Reis, Christoph Killer, Nikita Zhubimov from Estonia, Boris Verhaag from the Netherlands round out the top 20. Marcel Zibo, Antoine Grisel, Luco Stoder, Jack Freeman looks like he might be starting from the pre-grid as well. Viti Salmi from Finland, Liam Sekul from Denmark, and Didier Krieft from the Netherlands, rounding out the 27-strong grid. So this time, they've just had their sighting lap, and the drivers will go onto their formation lap. 7 minutes is set on the timer. And once the drivers have crossed the start-finish line, the red lights will ignite for the first time this weekend. 24 races today, 14 on finals day tomorrow, and at the end of tomorrow's play, we will be crowning our 2021 Rotax Max Challenge Euro Golden Trophy champions. Been really good to speak to some of the young drivers this weekend so far, and a lot of them really enjoyed the circuit. Kenzo Craigie, when I said to him, what do you like about the track? He just smiled and went, everything. That just says a hell of a lot to me here in terms of commentary. Really pleased that some drivers are coming a bit further afield out of the domestic competitions they've been racing in, as the sun has just decided at this moment to blast its way through the clouds up above over turns 8, 9 and 10 as the drivers get themselves into formation. Right, red lights are on the starting gantry, and now the wait is finally over. We've gone through qualifying, we've gone through free practice, and now the real journey to become 2021 Euro Golden Trophy champions starts now. The hum of the engines make their way through turn number 12. It's Kenzo Craigie on pole. Ivan Charnega alongside on the front row. Out of the final corner. Revs rise. Are we ready? We are off and away and racing. Good start by Kenzo Craigie as they all start making their way into turns 1 and 2 for the first time. Gets a little bit concertinaed through turn 2. They can use the runoff area. It's 3-4 abreast at the back end of the field. But already, Craigie has bolted. Jente Moonen's lost a couple of positions going through turn 4 in the meantime. And it's side by side between the 47 and the 8. That was one of them, which was Ivan Charnega, who has dropped down the order. But Lucas Sell from France up into P5. Kenzo Craigie is leading the way off of the Europlan. Noah Janssen from Germany just behind as they filter their way through. And Craigie really being put under pressure by the young German through into turn 9. So they've made a little bit of a gap, made some headway. Wondering if Boaz Maximov from the Netherlands in the number 30 has made a bit of a start. Maximov was runner-up this year in the B&L karting series, and that is the case. He's already made it up to third, and we've had a little bit of a turnaround, and that is off of turn number 10. Didier Krieft from the Netherlands was running in 22nd, and now Noah Janssen up the inside of Kenzo Craigie to take the lead on the beginning of lap number 2. And Boaz Maximov has caught them hand over fist, and now the young Dutch driver is closing in rather quickly. 5 minutes and 38 seconds plus an additional lap. The top 3 cannot be separated through into turn 6 onto the Europlan. This means that Maximov will have a great opportunity as Jensen Chalk gets his elbows out and gets past Jente Moonen, as there goes Maximov up the inside of Craigie to take second position going into turn 7. But now Noah Janssen has pulled away to about the tune of about a couple of kart lengths as they go through yellow flags where Didier Krieft is unfortunately by the side of the road So yellow flags, no overtaking permitted. Driver is away and safe. Kart is just off of the racing line edge as the first 2 minutes are completed. Round to complete lap number 2. It's Germany's Noah Janssen. Boaz Maximov pulls to the right-hand side. Alongside he goes, does the number 30, and even gets the lead before they even hit turn 2. Nice work by Maximov, who started all the way down in 7th position on the inside of row number 4. Jente Moonen, in the meantime, has dropped down from 4th down to 9th position. Lucas Selle from France is up to 4th. Jensen Schork is on the move as well, the number 18 from the United Kingdom. He's got Albert Friend being dragged along with him in the number 90. Chernega, Moonen, Rentke, that is your top 10. So a non-start for Christian Stefanov, I'm afraid. Didier Krieft out on the very first lap. Felipe Reis out in, down in 25th position, as Jack Freeman has made it out onto the circuit. And now here comes Jensen Schork, as he's been overtaken by Albert Friend, and Schork looking up the inside through turn 10. No gap there to try and make the move happen. They've got the likes of Chernega and Moonen closing in. But in the meantime, Boaz Maximov has moved away from the field and is pulling a gap. And that gap now is 7/10 of a Noah Janssen. And it's nearly 3 abreast, a little bit further back. Jensen Schork was on the outside as Moonen up the inside of Chernega going through into turn number 2. Nice move by the young Belgian. Number 20 goes up into what is now 8th position at a bit of a ding-dong battle here. That's Zhubimov from Estonia. Rory Armstrong looks to be in the mix of that one too, along with the 41 of Kilo from the Czech Republic. Also with them looks to be the 66 of Oiva Veterata from Finland. So 4 minutes nearly completed. 3 to go plus an additional lap. And Maximov is putting the hammer down when it's very much needed. And it could be close to about 1.1 seconds at the end of lap number 4. So Maximov about to cross the stripe and does so. So on to lap number 5. The gap now is 1.153 seconds between the Dutchman and also the young German in second position, Kenzo Craigie, doing a great effort in his first international competition outside of the United Kingdom. However, there is still a battle to be had. Branislav Rentke is firing on all 125 cc's of that Rotax Max Evo engine on the right-hand side and has closed in on Mažas Mazinas from Lithuania and gets up the inside of Ivan Chernega through into turn number 6 onto the Europalan and puts the block on. A little bit further back, some overtakes happening up and down the order. So 24 out of the 27 drivers still circulating at the moment. But Boaz Maximov continues to push the envelope of adhesion here at Karting Genk. The last lap around that the Dutch driver did a 1 minute 2.073. And that gap looks to be extending as the floodgates could be opening here, because Kenzo Craigie, I think, has lost out. 3rd position to Lucas Selle from France. And now is coming under pressure from Uros Bogdanic, who pulls to the inside through into turn number 2. And Albert Friend is just waiting in the wings to see if an opportunity presents itself with 90 seconds on the clock. So Maximov's lead now jumps to 1.8 seconds ahead of Noah Janssen, Lucas Selle, Kenzo Craigie, Uros Bogdanic, Albert Friend, Jensen Schork rounds out the top 7. Mažas Mazinas and Branislav Rentke complete the top 10 behind Jente Moonen. Moonen, I think, has just gone for a move and got up the inside. There's somebody going through into turn number 7 off of the Europlan through the sweeper at 8. So 60 seconds on the clock plus an additional lap to go. And Maximov is not looking back, whereas everyone's trying to move up the order in the meantime. As Albert Friend has got past Kenzo Craigie. So Craigie started from pole position. He's now dropped down to what is effectively 6th place. As it's side by side. Oh, this is going to be close. Oh, a bit of pushing and shoving. But they both managed to get through there. And Lucas Selle loses out to Uros Bogdanic in the meantime. And Bogdanic up into what is now 3rd position again. Jensen Schork in the midst of a 5-kart scrap. And has got ahead, looks like Mažas Mazinas, if memory serves me correctly. I did spot the number 77. Here we go again. Albert Friend using the toe down here at the Europalan. And he's got a move done. That's a perler. A nice one up the inside of Uros Bogdanic. And here comes back Kenzo Craigie in the 44. Right, 0 on the clock. We've got one more lap after this one. Maximov scarpered away up the order into the lead of the race. And with one more to go, the gap was 2.4 seconds as it's all flotsam and jetsam going through turn 12. Lucas Sell, Albert Friend, Uros Bogdanic battling away. You can see some of the drivers there just keeping their eyes on proceedings. Great to see that we've actually got a moving camera that's going to be venturing into the pit lane this weekend. But what a great bit of driving from some of our youngest competitors here. Kenzo Craigie also gets past Uros Bogdanic. But at the moment, Boris Maximov is down the Europlan at the moment. A little bit of a switch back here from Kenzo Craigie. Will he get the move done on Uros Bogdanic? He looks to his left-hand side, pulls back in behind the 81 down into turn number 7. So very shortly, the last lap board will be out for the Netherlands' Boris Maximov, who now comes through towards turn number 12. A storming drive from the youngster. The number 30 out of the final corner. Checkered flag will wave. Boris Maximov does a dominant display, gets to the front and doesn't look back. Noah Janssen very, very happy. As look at the gaggle behind. Lucas Sell takes third from Uros Bogdanic. Albert Friend and Kenzo Craigie round out the top 6 positions. Branislav Renka takes 7th ahead of Majus Mazinas. And Lucas Storder with Jent Thimunen rounding out the top 10. But there is your Heat 1 winner in Micromax. A good start to the day in the office for the Netherlands. Boris Maximov started 7th on the grid and quickly got up to 3rd on the very, very first lap. But what a drive from him. Noah Janssen, great start from the inside of row number 2. And managed to try and keep Boris Maximov honest, but Maximov just had the pace over everybody as now they filter their way into the pit lane and into scrutineering. All results called by myself here in commentary will be provisional, pending any technical and sporting checks. But what a way to kick-start the action here at the Golden Trophy at Karting Genk. Right, let's have a look at the results, shall we? So, Boris Maximov takes the victory by 3.5 seconds ahead of Noah Janssen from Germany. And it's Lucas Sell from France running out the top 3. Uros Bogdanic and Albert Friend ran out the top 5. Ahead of Kenzo Craigie, Branislav Renka, Majus Mazinas, Lucas Storder, Jent Thimunen running out the top 10. Jensen Schock, Ivan Chernega, Vanessa Silkonaite, Boris Verhaag, then we've got Marcel Zibo, Vito Koza, Nikita Zhubimov, Rory Armstrong, Christoph Killer and Oiva Vetenrata from Finland running at the top 20. 21st, it was Antoine Grisel, Vitsi Salmi, Jack Freeman, and Liam Sukul completing the 24 that finished the race. Felipe Reyes, unfortunately, out on lap number 2. Didier Krieft out on the very first lap, and Christian Stefanov did not make it to the grid.